You see, Jesus didn't come into some clean, pristine little bubble in the midst of reality. He came into a world full of brokenness, a world full of injustice, things that bring about anger. And in the midst of that anger, he never compromised truth. He never justified what people were doing. He never tolerated. He never said that this was not the way he made things. He never compromised that certain things were wrong, that they were a violation of the way he made them. But at the same time as holding to this, he wanted to make sure every person, no matter what they were caught into, no matter the things they were doing, that somehow they knew they were loved in a way that they could not fathom. And that there was a means by which they could be different. There was a means by which they could change. One day, a group of angry people, not good anger, just anger. A group of angry leaders brought a woman to Jesus who had been caught in bed with another man. Now, in our world, what we would typically do is we attack through verbose. We gossip. We go onto social media. If they're a leader, we go into the public arena and we tear them down. We use angry rhetoric to attack for various reasons. In their day, they were just going to throw stones at her and kill her. And they asked Jesus what they were to do. And Jesus did this amazing thing. Jesus dispersed the crowds. He stood with this woman. He stood with this woman by stooping with her. And then after the crowds were dispersed, he just looked at her and said, "Where are the people who are going to condemn you?" She's amazed. She goes, "They're nowhere to be found." And he said these incredible words, "Neither do I condemn you. Go. And from now on, don't sin anymore." Now don't miss this. Without hesitation, without apology, without any justification whatsoever, he called her adultery sin. He called it a violation of God's best for her lives, and he called her to live differently. He didn't condone it. He didn't justify it. He didn't ignore it, but neither did he just yell at her. Neither did he just say, "You ought to be different. You should know better than that." He did not figuratively or literally pick up a rock to bring destruction to her. In love and grace, he called her to live differently, to live by the uncompromising ways of God, by the power of the grace of God. And he calls you and I to look at a world that is broken. And honestly, there's a lot of things that should be angering. And he wants us to bring that kind of response into the angering things of the world. Come on, let's be honest. There are a lot of things in our world that should anger us, that can anger us. But those are not the things we're angry at, are they? Most of the things we're angry about have to do with me. It have to do with what I want. The anger that is rising in us usually is something centered around me. Things aren't exactly the way I think they should be, and we've kind of been raised to expect that the world should be smooth and easy and go the way I want. And when it doesn't, which it won't, then something within us rises in anger, even though we know it's unreasonable. I expect my world to be smooth and comfortable, that I can obtain whatever I want in a quick and easy fashion. And when I can't do that, which I cannot, then I get angry. I'm going to give you a theory. You can write on the next set of blanks David's theory in the margin. You can disagree with it. You can tweet about it. You can talk about it over brunch. You can do whatever you want, but I dare you to think about it. My theory is this: when we as a people quit getting righteously angry at the things that should anger us, the things that should move us to respond in grace and truth like Jesus did, to bring about justice where there is injustice, to bring about life into this world, when we quit getting angry at the things that should anger us, we will be getting angry at things that should not anger us. Because there is an anger from the image of God that's meant to move us in a way, and that's where we are as a society. We are a society that is angry at things that should not anger us. And we've quit becoming angry at the things that should anger us.